want to quickly delve away from where we're at right now.
That's interesting.
Where are we at there? That camera's in
We're on round, final round.
Level.
No, it's 104, 106.
104, 106 going into the 12th
Zhang's
round.
But
that's
rounds behind on the Parkers, on the public view. But I think this fight is all to be won here in this final round.
So we're into the last round of Zhang versus Parker.
Nothing in it.
The viewers that are watching along the feed that we're watching have currently scored it 2 rounds up to Joseph Parker, yeah?
Yep.
But Joseph Parker's been on his backside
Twice.
on 2 separate occasions in 2 different rounds.
I think a few of them might have missed that.
Maybe.
Maybe. As in might not know how to score the old 10-8 rounds or whatever. You know what I mean?
Obviously, we've been knee-deep in conversation, so it's quite difficult to give an incredibly accurate round-by-round take of this. But it feels like Zhang was early, very similar to what we saw with Ray Vargas and Nick Bull. Yeah. Zhang was the early guy, and Joseph Parker has come in. But Joseph Parker, like I said, has been sank down on 2 occasions.
It's been the same fight the whole way through, because while we've been talking about it, we've probably got the best view, haven't we? We can still see that. It's been Joseph Parker doing what he's doing now, throwing shots, looking the better one, but every time Zhang hits him, he looks like he's in trouble.
Yeah, he rattles him.
Yeah, so for me personally, Zhang's winning this fight currently. He's put him down twice. That left hand is causing trouble. And Joe, to be fair to him, his game, as you said, but Zhang's taking some big deep breaths, but he's going to have to throw a lot more punches in this last 110 to get over the line, in my opinion. Yeah,
I think that what Parker's just been he's just sort of plateaued at that same sort of pace, and you go, where's that injection of pace? Like, put your shots together now. Like, in his mind, his clock, you know, you've been there so many times, Josh, with his experience, he will now know that he's in that last minute of that last round. You go, right, roll the dice, man, roll the dice, because this is razor thin here, and he go, don't put the single shots together. This is where he needs to throw 3s and 4s, because the big guy's tired, man. The big guy's blown the gasket. But he's hanging in there because Joe's not putting it on him.
On these close rounds as well, when they're just nip and tuck, the difference being is they've done combination punches. When he's thrown about 20, 30 seconds here of punches, and Zhang hasn't really come back with anything.
No, Zhang's blown the gasket, mate. He's done, right? He's not got a lot left. And Parker now is, like, shape-making. He's moving all the moves, doing all this. You go, let your hands go, because this is close.
10 seconds remaining of the final round between Joseph Parker and ZHILEI ZHANG, if you're listening on talkSPORT. And if you are tuned into us on the talkSPORT boxing YouTube channel, you can get stuck into our watch-along. Obviously, we've got the main event coming up very, very shortly as Anthony Joshua takes on Francis Ngannou. This fight has just finished. Neither man looks like they're in incredibly celebratory fashion. Obviously, they both all know that this is an incredibly close fight, but what we can tell you that on 2 separate occasions throughout the course of the fight, Joseph Parker did touch down, so he took a count. 2 10-8 rounds, you would think, in the favour of ZHILEI ZHANG. It's going to be interesting to see if Parker... Well, he's celebrating now. He's managed to jump up on the neutral corner. Get yourself up there, mate. Go and make it look like you've won this fight. For him to have won this fight, having 2 10-8s, he's going to have taken 8 of those rounds. Did he do that?
Well,
because if he's taking
116, 113, that's the viewers' verdict. So
they say no, they've given him 10 rounds. That didn't happen, man.
Everything apart from the 2 knockdowns.
Well, if you actually look, early doors, they've not split it. They've given 10-10s. There's a 10-10 there in the 7th. Come on, man. Make a decision. Make a decision. What's that? 3 rounds where you can't be bothered getting off the fence? Nah, man. So if you give those 3 rounds in favour of ZHILEI ZHANG, they've scored that then 7-5. If you give all the 10-10s to ZHILEI ZHANG, which would score this a 113-113.
The big fella's blowing, ain't he?
Are we going to get another draw? Are we going to get 3 draws tonight? What's going on? For those that have just tuned in, Nick Bull, Ray Vargas finished in a split draw. You had one judge giving it massively to Nick Bull, one judge just edging it towards Ray Vargas, one edging it towards Ray Vargas, but Ray Vargas touched down twice in the fight and scored the fight 113-113. This is going to be really interesting to see how this is scored, because it's feeling very similar to what we saw with the featherweights. One guy dominating early, one guy dominating the back end of the fight, and one guy's touched down twice.
I sort of only had one eye on that, but there's no way Zhang only won the 2 rounds that he got.
No, there's no way.
Absolutely no way.
He won a large percentage of the start of the fight.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt like
this is
Joe's happy though. When you see him,
Joe's very happy. Do you know what? Though? Troy, honestly, mate, when a fight goes razor tight, you want to, you're like jumping up in the air and you're screaming and shouting because you're trying to. I don't know why you do that, by the way, because you think you're convincing the judges. You go
to change the verdict.
They've handed the scorecard to you. You're like running around the ring. Yeah,
get him on his shoulders.
Yeah, that's what you're training us, doesn't it? Yeah, stop bending over, stop breathing, jump up in the air, put your hands up. Oh, my God.
You should do it after every round then. If that's the case, if you're trying to influence the score, do it after every round.
Yeah, no, it's just that mad thing that the boxers do. They get hurt, they smile, you know what I mean? Their eyes open up and they smile. You go, they're telling them you're hurt. When you know the fight's close or you think you may have just lost it, you throw your hands up in the air. That's just an instant reaction.
Just waiting as they're deliberating the scorecards. This always makes me laugh as well. Listen, you've put your score in.
Yeah.
Add them up.
It takes so long.
Get them straight into the mouth of the MC and let's get it read out. We've got another fight to get cracking. People are waiting.
Then you see the scorecards after the scribbles all over them.
Oh, mate, don't start.
What's going on?
I'll save that show for Monday. Here we go. Michael Alexander is bringing both of these combatants into the middle of the ring. We're going to get a little bit of an adjudication now. ZHILEI ZHANG and Joseph Parker. It has gone the distance. No knockout in the co-main event. There was knockdowns, no knockouts though. Joseph Parker touching down on 2 separate occasions. What result are we getting here? Is that interim title going to be changing hands? Is Joseph Parker going to get himself a little bit of silverware? It feels very similar to what we saw.
It was a heroic moment, that is for sure.
Oh, wow.
Joseph Parker's got it.
There was a look of disappointment on ZHILEI Zhang's face there, that is for sure. And a look of surprisement, I thought, there on Parker as well, did you?
A little bit.
Be interesting to hear the scores there.
Right, boys. You've got a 115-111. You've got it's a majority decision. You've got a 115-111 in favour of Joseph Parker, which means they have scored 9 rounds that in favour of Joseph Parker. 114 is 8 rounds in favour of Joseph Parker because obviously he's got knocked down twice. And then you've got 113, 113. So every single judge scored a majority amount of rounds in favour of Joseph Parker in that fight. He's taking it on a majority decision and he's the new interim WBO champion in the heavyweight division. There you go.
Great news.
Quick maths, as one of my favourite rappers once said. Now then.